The race session is at Circuit of Silverstone in Silverstone, Great Britain. Andre Elliott from New Zealand is P1. Fly from Australia is second. B. Cracer from Australia is third. Jace NZ1 from New Zealand is P4. The Death Ray from Australia is fifth. Cookie from New Zealand is sixth. Kraka from Australia is seventh. FPVF6 from Australia is P8. John Yena is ninth. Sergenkos from Australia is P10. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. B. Cracer is first. B. Cracer lost second to Fly. Jace NZ1 in Cops is P4. The Death Ray in Maggots is P5. FPVF6 in Wellington Strait is P7. FPVF6 lost 8th to Kraka. Cootie from Australia in Luffield is 13th. Cootie is now 10th. FPVF6 in Whitcote is 10th. Driven from Australia in Cops is P10, 0.2 behind FPVF6. Driven past FPVF6 for 9th. FPVF6 in Maggots is P10, 0.1 behind Driven. FPVF6 passed Driven for 9th. FPVF6 lost 14th to Buck. Jace NZ1 in Brooklands is 6th, 0.5 behind the Death Ray. Sergenkos in Whitcote is P8, 0.3 behind Dre. Jace NZ1 in Cops is P6, 0.3 behind the Death Ray. Buck from Australia is 11th, 0.4 behind Joel Stewart. Kraka in Wellington Strait is P12, 0.2 behind Buck. Kraka passed Joel Stewart for P10. Buck in Brooklands is 12th, 0.2 behind Joel Stewart. Buck was 1.7 faster last lap. Jace NZ1 is P5, 0.1 ahead of the Death Ray. John Yena is 5th, 0.1 behind Jace NZ1. John Yena lost 5th to the Death Ray. Jace NZ1 in Wellington Strait is 6th battling John Yena. John Yena in Brooklands is 6th, 0.2 behind Jace NZ1. FPV F6 in Luffield is P12, 0.2 behind Joel Stewart. FPV F6 passed Joel Stewart for 11th. Jace NZ1 in Cops is 5th, 0.2 ahead of John Yena. Five minutes remaining in the session. Jace NZ1 passed the Death Ray for P4. The Death Ray is 5th. John Yena in Wellington Straight is 6th, 0.3 behind the Death Ray. Driven in Brooklands on lap 5 is 10th, 0.5 behind Kraka. B. Cracer in Cops is P3, 0.2 behind Andre Elliott. John Yena is P6, 0.5 behind the Death Ray. B. Cracer in Wellington Straight is 3rd, 0.4 behind Andre Elliott. John Yena in Luffield is P6, 0.2 behind the Death Ray. B. Cracer from Australia is P3, 0.4 behind Andre Elliott. John Yena is 6th, 0.2 behind the Death Ray. B. Cracer in Wellington Straight is 3rd, 0.7 behind Andre Elliott. John Yena in Brooklands is 6th, 0.2 behind the Death Ray. Kraka in Luffield is P9, 0.2 behind Dre. John Yena in Cops is 6th, 0.3 behind the Death Ray. Kraka is P9, 0.3 behind Dre. Dre from Australia in Wellington Straight is 9th, 0.2 behind Kraka. Kraka was 0.5 faster last lap. John Yena is P6. John Yena passed the Death Ray for 5th. The Death Ray in Woodcote is 9th, 0.1 behind Dre. The Death Ray lost 9th to FPV F6. B Cracer in Wellington Straight is third, 0.2 behind Andre Elliott. B Cracer passed Andre Elliott for second. Andre Elliott in Brooklands is P3, 0.1 behind B Cracer. Andre Elliott passed B Cracer for second. B Cracer in Woodcote is third, 0.1 behind Andre Elliott. The leader has just finished the race. Fly finished first. Andre Elliott finished second. B Cracer finished P3. Jace NZ1 finished fourth. John Yena finished P5. Sergenkos finished sixth. Krakow finished P7. Dre finished 8th. FPV F6 finished P9. The Death Ray finished 10th. Cookie finished P11. Driven finished 12th. Buck finished P13. Joel Stewart finished P14. Titan finished P15. Cootie finished 16th.